Welcome to Now Go Lead, the podcast where we help you level up your leadership in just 5 minutes. Each episode, we provide inspiring stories and actionable insights to help you lead with confidence and clarity. Whether you're a seasoned leader or just starting out, our goal is to give you the tools and motivation to level up your leadership game. Definitely along the journey, you're going to experience a very common emotion, anger. It pops up maybe as a result of someone's actions, something somebody has said to you. Maybe it pops up out of frustration, but it wells up in us and it burns. The prevailing thought towards anger particularly, but just emotions in general, is that we should always give ourselves time to cool off before making a decision. And I think there's wisdom in that. I don't think we should do something rash or do something crazy when we're just, can only, when we're seeing red and really can't think rationally. But something happens, though, when we begin to let the emotions subside completely, and it actually kind of softens our motivation to take action. And something goes wrong, something gets bad, and this anger motivates us to change something. We're either going to quit the job or make a big change or finally tell that person what they need to hear and what we want to tell them, and we're ready to do something. But as soon as we let the emotion die down, so goes with it our incentive and our motivation to change. And what happens on the other side of that is that we start to rationalize things that, okay, I'm going to get angry, I'm going to be upset or whatever, and there's always going to be problems, and so I just need to kind of deal with that and be okay with it. But when things start to come up over and over again, and that anger comes up again and again, that's not really making progress. That it's just kind of the exact opposite. And so what I want you to think about today from a leadership standpoint is when anger comes up and when you're motivated to make change because of this emotion of frustration or anger, how can we actually use that to make progress? And then how do we also not let anger push us towards making a wrong decision that pulls us away from the vision? I've learned over time that emotions are not something that should be totally ignored when it comes to solving problems. There is a reason we have emotions. There is a reason we get angry. It's because we either sense some injustice or some problem that we know needs to change. And even though anger may be the outcome of something that has hurt us, it can also be a powerful motivator for change. In fact, a lot of times we're more likely to do something drastic when we're angry that we wouldn't do in any other circumstance. And so when things hit a certain point and motivate us to finally do something that we would never do, it can be a good thing. But as a leader, you do have to balance and understand the difference between doing something rash and then doing something that needs to be done and letting your anger drive you for motivation for good change. So something I want you to think about as you go down the journey: how can anger motivate you to make the changes that need to be done and use those emotions for the greater good? It's time to now go lead. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Now Go Lead. Join us next week as we cover a brand new leadership topic and help you level up your leadership in just 5 minutes. For more resources, tips, and inspiration, visit our website at nowgolead.com. You can also connect with us on Instagram at nowgolead and on LinkedIn. We would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your feedback helps us grow and reach more leaders like you. Also, don't forget to share this podcast with your colleagues and friends who are on their own leadership journey. Now Go Lead is produced by HP Engineering Studios in beautiful Northwest Arkansas. Now go lead.